Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be the first video in the start of a series. Now, I have been subscribed to Ali Edwards' Story Kit for well over a year, and I do use those kit contents in my 6x8 storytelling scrapbooking that I already have here on my channel. But I had an idea and I was like, what if I pretend that I'm on the Ali Edwards design team, or and as she calls them, the ambassador team, and use my current kit that month and give you 2 or 3 more options every month with the current story kit. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the story kit, so Ali Edwards offers a subscriptions-based story kit. Story kit is different than stories by the month. So stories by the month, think of with the word month, that one is based on the calendar year, or the calendar year / the month. So everything will be with January words or February words. Story kit is based on usually a theme or one-word theme. For instance, for 2024, the beginning, the theme is called start. So start something new, start something for yourself, start something, revive something that you're starting, things like that. So I feel like in order to stay current on using my own story kits, because let's be honest, what happens too with us is that we're subscribed to these kits and then we will get to it when we can. And then all of a sudden you're hoarding kits and unused products for months and months and months and months and months. So I'm trying to better revive my creativity, refresh the way I approach my monthly subscriptions. And even though I only am subscribed to Ali Edwards and then Elle Studio, if you are familiar with my channel, I have let go of all my other subscriptions. Simply because I think at this point too, my style has evolved and I know myself. I already know what products I love. I will still buy scrapbooking products, but as far as a subscription, Elle Studio has my heart with their journaling cards, and I do love Ali Edwards products that she offers for storytelling. I think it's become very apparent for me because I like the big photo and I like telling the longer stories, and hers are always prompt based, which I can really appreciate. So if you're familiar with the classroom, if you are a subscriber, and this is nothing new to you, so if you don't know, so Story Kit, when you are subscribed, you get the release of that month's kit on the 10th. Okay, so then on the 10th, when it's released, you also have access to the classroom. And in the classroom, Ali Edwards is a teacher and she'll provide 2 or 3 layouts. And then she has 2 or 3 or 4 other ambassadors / designers that provide content into that classroom. Then on the 1st, usually it's the guest designers release their content for the classroom for that month. So in that kind of timetable, I'm going to take my cue and have my videos hopefully up around the 1st, the first week before that we get the next kit, so that you can have at least 2 or 3 more layouts using the current kit from Ali Edwards. I do love her products so much, so I totally don't mind trying to stay current. And if anything, it's really going to help me too. So if you are subscribed and you love the content from the workshops, from her ambassadors and from her, then hop over to me and get 2 or 3 more layouts to use your current kit. I think that way, A, I'll be using my products, and so will you. And B, it will really get more of our storytelling down and staying current with what you're receiving in the mail, and not have us be hoarders. Because that's exactly what happens to me, is that you get these kits and sometimes you use them currently because you have such an idea for that theme, and you'll get one story told and then you put the things away like I do, and I have them all on a cart over here. And then, yeah, as pictures come up or stories come up and they relate to one of the kits, then I'll kind of go thumb through it. But in order for me not to have it accumulate like it has, let's stay current and let's use our kit. So if you are totally an Ali Edwards subscriber, keep on watching. This will hopefully be very beneficial for you and inspirational. And if you are new to this concept of the story kit, I will leave the link down below to see if you would like to consider. I do believe it's like $20, $21 a month. I could be off on the price. Like I said, I just kind of auto renew and I don't look at my bill. So I don't remember how much it is. So in this video, we are going to be using the current kit, which is Start, and I'll have 2 layouts for us to do, in this video. So I'll show you through them. They are 6x8, but by all means, if you do want to see some different sizes, like maybe a 12x12 layout or a 9 by 12, I can keep that in mind. But what I want your help with is, what should I name this series? You know, because I don't know if it's like copyright. I don't want to just be like Ali Edwards Story Kit, you know, extension classroom. I don't want to have like trademark infringement, but something fun and playful using maybe the story kit in it. I don't even know. Like, I haven't even thought of that far, but I just know I wanted to tell 2 stories with the current kit, and that way I use my products. So let me flip the table. So let me flip the camera around so we can get started. And thank you so much for joining me. Let's have fun using our story kits from Ali Edwards. Okay, so let's get started with my 2 layouts using the Start Story Kit. I am going to tell 2 stories, one using this fabulous paper about me starting my new, like, I always say, like, revival of my health. Revive is my word of the year. And I started walking 2 miles every day. And then I now have recently joined Orange Theory. So I want to tell that story about how it's been going. So I printed my photos in black and white. So this is my walks with Maui, and then this was just like a picture through the window of Orange Theory from my classes. And then this story card goes really well with that, so we'll make that one. Then the other one, we're doing starting this, stopping this, and something like, and using the base is the story of getting Valentina to read better. Not to say she's struggling. She's scoring good. It's just that when you ask her to read out loud, it sounds like she hasn't absorbed her sight words and her phonics and stuff. So it's a fun picture of a recent book fair that she was. So she does love books. She likes me reading to her, but her reading on her own is a little bit delayed. So that's the story about starting, like, with the tutor, and stopping the procrastination of, you know, nipping this in the bud. So I have these 3 together. So we're going to use a pocket page and this photo, and then this quote card that I feel I'm going to make into word strips and put it all around her here in this very colorful photo. So those are the 2 stories. I do have my journaling already printed on clear matte sticker paper, so that's ready to go. And let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. I really hope you find this new series helpful, especially if you are subscribed as well to the Ali Edwards Story Kit. If you're not, I still have plenty of other content coming. This one was just fun for me to use my products that I am subscribed to. So for this product, I am taking this fantastic bold graphic photo, or pattern paper, not photo, and cutting it into the 2-inch or the 2-line strips per side. It did get a little bit off cue right there. You see in the bottom left with that extra blue, and I decided just to take it off. That way it definitely stayed even across both sides, and I just wanted to have green on each side, which is why I flipped those 2 around, as you can see. And with doing that, the 2 lines of just start across both pages, it left the perfect space to include 3x4 photos and a journal card across that middle section, which I thought was very, you know, I like knew it was going to happen that way, but wasn't sure, and it did turn out quite well. So in the class, I know some of the contributors were using that pattern paper in a variety of different ways, but I don't think anyone cut it up to be like this, to span across a double page layout. So for that concept, I am very proud of myself to have one paper help contribute across 2-page layout in your 6x8. If you've been around my channel, I guess, yeah, even since last year, you know that I have definitely been enjoying my 6x8 albums. They have definitely been a game changer, at least for me right now, in storytelling, longer stories and or more relevant ones, or just the longer form ones that really don't have a space maybe in my Project Live, or don't have a space in my memory planner as well. So I have enjoyed having this project in rotation. I did finish 2 albums or volumes last year, and we'll see if we're on par to finish 2 volumes this year as well. It is a fun size, and even with other subscription kits, like I am on the design team for Cocoa Daisy, and even in that one I do get the journaling cards and such, so it's a size that I know I can stay consecutive with, even with different companies and brands with their products. It just works so perfectly. So here I am just also going through the chipboard and these little like acetate word phrases too, to see if there's anything else that I can decorate my page with. And I ended up going with 2 of the same shaped chipboard pieces in some colors. And that's one thing I love about this kit too. It's so colorful. I mean, truly colorful, right up my alley. You know, sometimes when I work with maybe one that is more neutral toned, it's not so, you know, initially fun for me to work with, but this one definitely was. But again, even if it's a neutral color palette, say maybe next month's kit or thereafter, it would be a nice challenge to make it work even in my storytelling. So for this one, I did mention that the story is going to be about, you know, getting Valentina a reading tutor to just help her a little bit more than I can. If you're a mom as well, I sometimes feel that I get frustrated with her maybe too quickly. You know, well, honestly, yes, too quickly, and I end up yelling or shouting at her because I am not understanding why she hasn't absorbed, you know, a sight word run through and such. So in order for me not to be the one shouting, I definitely am tutor shopping to find someone that can meet in person to do these simple tasks of sight words and, you know, phonetic soundings, just so that she gains more confidence to read out loud. So for this journal card, it has a beautiful rainbow quote that is all about these like positive affirmations on starting. Some of them may not be relevant to starting to read as my story is, but nonetheless, I just wanted to keep the quote intact, and having them as word strips all along the right side of this photo actually worked out quite perfectly. And even for some of these, like the green one that you see across that's kind of long, and even this red one that I'm cutting now is on the longer side, you'll see in a moment or two I do cut them down in half so that everything stays closer to that right side of the page, than lingering across, you know, into her like body image of the in the photo. So they do get cut when you start seeing me adhere them down finally to the page. And I do also make room to keep the author of the quote as well, which is in like a black smaller text on the bottom. So all of it does make it. But once again, you could also have done this look without adhering it to your photo, in case that scares you, to a piece of like clear acetate or, you know, transparency, and have it as an overlay on your photo. That could have worked as well. But for me, you know, gluing things to my photos does not bother me or scare me in the least. So adding them to the page itself did not bother me at all. So once again, you know, that I know also in the story class, if you are subscribed, Linda Loves Creating offers a few more inspirational layouts to use the products, and she gives examples on like stories. So she does like how to start her goals for the year, starting a new relationship, starting over in a relationship, things like that. So there are many things that start can, you know, prompt a story in your life with. And for me, even this one, it's starting, you know, a reading tutor and stopping the procrastination like it's not a problem. We definitely have to nip it in the butt, because I love to read and I want her to love to read, and I always want to buy her the books. And so we need to definitely have her liking to read soon. Okay, that will complete these 2 layouts in my 6x8 journal. So this one, this was the labor of love, but it turned out fantastic on here. I wasn't sold on any of the chipboard pieces, but you know what? It's colorful enough. It really doesn't need it, and all of that journaling. And then the following one, very colorful as well. This kit was so colorful. I loved it. I loved it. And so just cutting up that pattern paper and using it across both pieces of the page for a double page layout was really, really fun and creative. So I hope you give these 2 options a try. Just more options for using your kits, especially if you're subscribed to the Ali Edwards kit. And hopefully I do believe that, you know, these 2 ideas were not already in the workshop itself in the classroom. So that's always a plus. That way I said you have more options on how to use your story kit. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up, and leave down below, if you can, what should I call this series, because I know I'm probably going to make a thumbnail, you know, for the video, but I'm willing to change it. And I'm kind of feeling like Ali Edwards used to do a series called Craft the Story like 2 or 3 years ago. Craft the Story. I don't want to copy it, but maybe like creating your storytelling, or create your stories. That could be something. Create your stories, because it's Story Kit. That could be it. So if you can help me decide on a series name, I'll change the thumbnail after this one's done, and that way you'll always know when it's around the first of the month for your content to be available with the current Story Kit, and something that maybe has the word storytelling in it. Give me your ideas. Thank you so much for joining. I love everyone here. Thank you always for spending time.